Type blogging into any search engine in 2023 and ChatGPT is not going to be too far behind. This AI writing tool then has taken the world by storm these past few months. That being said, simply copying and pasting the content that you're getting from ChatGPT directly into a blog post isn't probably the best option there. You do have to be, and here's a shocking word to use on the internet in 2023, a little bit more nuanced about it. Now, I personally have been using ChatGPT for a few different posts now, so here are my top 3 takeaways that you might want to consider if you're thinking about using the service. So let's jump into it. Step 1, create your overview yourself. Now, while there are definitely people out there that suggest that you can just dive in and use ChatGPT straight away just to kind of write that blog post from beginning to end, in my opinion, it still is very much at those early stages where it still is unfortunately quite detectable by Google. This just means we have to do a little bit of tweaking in order to get it up to scratch there. The first thing then I would highly recommend is just basically coming up with the general outline of your blog manually. Now, you can ask ChatGPT to actually write you an outline of your general blog post, but I find that by manually doing it, going through and manually checking each individual website to see what's actually ranking, what people are also asking, all of those different kinds of things, it's just going to mean that your outline is a lot more in depth than an AI generated one, to be honest. For example, and no, I'm not sick of using this example just yet, if you're writing a blog post on how much does a car battery weigh, I would check the first 5 or 10 websites, look at the different headers that they use on those individual websites, look at the people also asked section just to make this blog post as useful as possible for that reader there. Realistically speaking, the reason we're doing this is we just want to ensure that your blog post is the best quality post possible. Now, this is not to say that ChatGPT isn't good at producing outlines. I mean, if you are in a rush, feel free to use it. It will cover most of what your blog post needs. But I just like to do things the manual way just to make sure that we're not missing out on any vital or crucial information there. Write the main answer and snip it yourself. So now that we've come up with that outline, we can just write these headers directly into ChatGPT and copy and paste the answers, right? Not really. Hold your horses. Life isn't that simple. You've seen the 10 or so posts that I've used ChatGPT for. One of the big problems that I find that it struggles with is just writing the snippets. As such, I try to write the main snippet and the main answer that the post is about directly myself. To give you a direct example then, guys, let's say you were going after the keyword how to clean a snowboard. I would directly write a snippet near the top of the blog post that directly answers the question, and then I would start a second H2 tag with how to clean a snowboard and go into a lot more detail on how to actually directly clean that snowboard there, just to ensure that we've definitely answered the post in as much detail as possible. I mean, if this was a 2,000 word post, then the first 750 to 1,200 words would be this answer. Then for the remainder of the post and the rest of the H2 tags, that might be things like, what's the best soap to clean a snowboard with? What size of snowboard gets dirtiest the most? For all those different kinds of ones, that's where I would use ChatGPT to kind of help support the rest of the blog post and just save you a bit of time there. Now, doing your post this way, whereby 50% is written by you and 50% is written by ChatGPT, will hopefully reduce the chances of Google catching out your content as being low content, AI driven content, or basically spam there. Step 3 then would just be to use ChatGPT for tables. So yeah, I know what you're thinking, guys. If this video is about ChatGPT, why the hell are we doing so much stuff manually still? Well, in all honesty, and like I mentioned earlier on, ChatGPT is fantastic at saving you time. But if you're doing more in-depth posts, more listicle type posts, it can be very easy to detect with the answers sounding very, very similar to each other. For example, if you were to type in ChatGPT, tell me about BMWs versus tell me about Audis, you'll see that a lot of the sentence structure is actually quite similar there. As such, for these more in-depth listicle type articles, you're just gonna have to go in there and rephrase it in your own words just to make it really stand out. One area, however, in which ChatGPT definitely succeeds in my opinion is just for things like in-depth tables. For example, if you wanted to pull together a table that compared how much a car battery weighed amongst, several of the best-selling car brands out there, finding this information yourself will take literally hours whilst you scoured through, user manuals, company websites, all those kinds of things to find this information. ChatGPT is already plugged into all those different things, so it can just pull together all that information as quickly as possible in a very easy to read table. This can really help them when it comes to adding additional content and in-depth research to your blog post just to make it stand out there as much as possible. Blogging family, so there you have it. So that's how I'm currently using ChatGPT. Please do leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on how you exactly do that. And as always, if you're interested in more videos around blogging, side hustles, personal development, any of that malarkey, absolutely smash the like and subscribe button as it really, really does help out the channel. Till the next one, I'll leave you to it. All the best, gang. Have a good one. Bye.